morning, children. In the last introductory video, we had learned tally marks. In this video, we are going to use these tally marks for a very nice example, and you will come to know how tally marks are so important. Now, there is this girl who is standing for half an hour on a road, and she is counting different vehicles which are passing by her. Now, naturally, the speeds of vehicles is so much that it is very difficult for her to keep account of different types of vehicles. So what she has done, she has made tally marks for cycle rickshaws, for buses, for cars, for cycles, and so on. And with the help of this, she has prepared a chart. And we are also going to do some questions based on that chart. Another example which we are doing is about a class where the teacher has asked how many children help their parents at home and which all chores they like to do. They like to help their parents. Some people like to wash clothes. Some children like to wash utensils. Some children like to go to the market and buy stuff. Most of the children like it. I know it's a lot of fun. So we are going to study these two examples in smart charts today. And without wasting any time, let us start that.
Making tally marks on the road. Sumita stood on the road for half an hour and counted the number of vehicles passing by. She made a tally mark for each vehicle. This helped her in counting quickly the total number of vehicles in each group. Now, children, if you are standing on the road and you want to count the number of different types of vehicles, naturally you will have to make tally marks. Why? Because the vehicles are going with such a speed that you will not be able to keep account of all different types of vehicles. So let us see what type of tally marks did Sumita made. So this is the table which Sunita made. First of all, she has written cycle. So we need to see how many cycles passed by. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 and 3. So how many fives are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fives are 25 plus 3. So there were 28 cycles which passed by Sunita. Okay, now let us see how many cars passed by Sunita. 5, 5 and 2. Arey, very few. Actually, she lives in a village. That's why such few cars passed by her. Only 12 cars passed by her. Let us write 12 here. Auto rickshaws were 5, 5, 5 and 3. So 5 and 5, 10 and 5, 15 and 3, 18. 18 auto rickshaws passed by her. Buses, how many buses passed? 5, 5 and 5. So 5 threes is 15. So 15 buses passed by her. Cycle rickshaws, 5, 5, 5, 5 and 4. 5 fours are 20 and 4 24. So 24 cycle rickshaws passed by her. Truck, 5 and 1, 6. So 6 trucks passed by her. Okay, let us add also, children, to see how many total vehicles passed by her. Okay, now 8 and 2 is 10. 10 and 8 is 18. 18 and 5 is 23. 23 and 6 and 4 is 10. 23 plus 10 will give us 33. So 3 will be here and 3 will be the carryover. Now 3 plus 2, 5, 5 and 1, 6, 6 and 1, 7, 7 and 1, 8, 8 and 2, 10, 10 plus 0 is 10. So total 103 vehicles passed by Sunita. Okay, let us now see these questions. The first question says, write the number of each vehicle in the table. This we have already done. Second question says, how many vehicles in all did Sunita see on the road in half an hour? This also we have done. She saw 103 vehicles in all on the road in half an hour. Okay. Now the third question says, auto rickshaws are thrice the number of trucks. Okay, let us see trucks. We have only 6 trucks and auto rickshaws are 18. Now children, thrice the number of trucks. 6 threes are 18. So 6 are trucks and 18 are auto rickshaws. So yes, it is correct that auto rickshaws are thrice the number of trucks. So we will tick this true. Okay. Next is make telemarks for 7 more buses and 2 more trucks. Very easy. 7 more buses. Okay. So this is for 5 more buses and this is for 2 more buses. So 5 plus 2 is 7. So children, these telemarks we have made for 7 more buses and 2 more trucks. Okay, so already 6 for 6 trucks there are telemarks. So we have to make for 2 more trucks. So we will continue from here. So these are for 2 more trucks. Okay, children. So we have learned the telemarks and we are able to do it. Okay, another question. Helping hands. In the EVS period, the teacher asked children whether they helped their parents at home. There were different answers. Children named the work in which they helped their parents the most. The teacher collected their answers and made the table. See children, in this class, the children are telling the teacher what all work they help with. Okay. First one, going to the market and buying things. There were 47 children who used to go to the market and buy things. Washing utensils. When the house help does not come, so there were 15 children who used to help their parents with washing utensils. Washing clothes. Oh, great. There were 3 children who would help their parents in washing clothes. Making and serving food. There were 25 children who would help in making and serving the food. Cleaning the house. It means brooming and mopping. There were 10 children who were helping their parents in cleaning the house. Now we have to find total children who said they helped their parents. Total means we have to add them up. Okay, let's add them up. Now 7 plus 5 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. 20 plus 0 is 20. So 0 here and 2 carry over. Now 2 plus 4 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, and 9 plus 1 is 10. So there were 100 children in all. There were 100 children who were helping their parents in doing different types of household chores. Wow, that's so nice. Now you can fill the chapati chart to show the numbers given in the table. Look and find out. Children who helped in making or serving food are. Okay. Children who helped in making or serving food are 25. There were 25 children who were helping in serving and making food. Okay. Now, 1/3 of the total children, half of the total children, 1/4 of the total children. Okay, children, how many were the total children? Total children were 100. So, the ones who were helping in making or serving food were 25. So, the fraction was 25 out of total 100 children. Now we have to find which one of them is the correct answer. Now when we studied fractions, we also studied how to reduce a fraction in the lowest form. Do you remember or have you forgotten? Okay, we have to divide the numerator and denominator by the biggest number in whose table both numerator and denominator come. So, which number is there in whose table 25 and 100 both come? Can you guess, children? I can guess. The number is 25. So, if you have learned the table of 25, which is very, very easy, you will come to know that 25 divided by 25 is 1 and 100 divided by 25 is 4. So, 1/4 of the total children, they helped in making or serving food because 25 upon 100 and 1 upon 4 mean the same. They are equivalent fractions. So we will write here in this chapati chart, the circle which is here in our book is called the chapati chart. We will write down here 25 and we will write the children who helped in making or serving food. Okay, we have to fill up the other portions also. So maximum children, they helped in going to the market. So how many children were there? 47. So this is the biggest portion. You can see this is the biggest portion. So the children who helped their parents in going to the market are this portion, going to the market and buying things. I know children love to go to the market. Okay, now this portion, let us guess which portion is this. Now 47 is done, 25 is done. This is the next bigger portion. So this is the portion for those children who were washing the utensils, right? So washing the utensils, there were 15 children. There were 15 children who were helping their parents in washing the utensils. Okay, now children, you can already see they have already filled up that there were 10 children who helped in cleaning the house, and this blue portion is the one which is for those children who helped in cleaning the house. Okay, now only 3 children were there who helped in washing the clothes. So this tiny portion represents those 3 children who were helping their parents in washing the clothes. Okay. Now let us do this second question. Practice time after school. Question number 2. Practice time after school. Ask 10 of your friends about what they like to do most after school. Okay, watching television, playing football, reading storybooks. Okay, some children like cycling, so you can ask about cycling also. Okay, some children like to play uh, in the park, playing in park. So you can ask if some children like to play in the park. Some children also like to paint. Many children have painting as their hobby. So you can write painting here and you can find out from your friends. First you can make the tally chart here and then you can write the number of the children who love to do different type of activities. So children, this is your homework and I don't think it is difficult. We have already learned so many things about smart charts. So this one you make it yourself. Okay children, that's all for today. Thank you and have a nice day.